I read a conversation with an animal trainer for Hollywood movies. In this conversation, the trainer was asked this question: how is it that you can stake down a 5 to 6 ton elephant with a small wooden stake and a little bitty rope? It's easy, he answered. When they're babies, we just stake them down big time. Big iron stake, big heavy chains. They try to tug away from that stake time after time, but before long they realize they can't possibly get away from that stake. And at that point, their elephant memory takes over and they remember for the rest of their lives they just can't get away from that stake. We're a lot like elephants. When we're children, some unthinking, insensitive, unwise, probably wounded themselves parent, teacher, or coach, maybe even a friend says, "You'll not amount to anything. He's not good at taking tests. She's not a good leader. That boy is too dumb to make good grades. She's not fast enough. He has big ears. She's too heavy." And zap, a mental stake is driven into our heart and our mind. It's bad enough when a parent or a teacher or any person in our life says that, but we keep repeating that to ourselves. And before we know it, we are convinced that it is true. And as adults, we are held back by some inaccurate one-sentence stake that was driven into our spirits when we were young. And then we live the rest of our lives by one-line lies. But God sees us differently. He tells us in Psalm 139 that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. He tells us in Philippians that we can do all things through Christ who gives us strength. He tells us in Jeremiah 29, "I know the plans I have for you, plans for your good, not your harm, plans to give you a hope and a future." He tells me in Ephesians 2, "I am His masterpiece, created in Christ Jesus ahead of time, with good works for me to complete." The old saying really is true. God don't make no junk. So don't listen to the voice of the world. Listen to the one who knit you together in your mother's womb. One who says to you, "You are my prize. I love you with an unfailing love, a never-ending love." Just a thought.